another interesting contest. Right, here we go then. Baker Mashu of Japan in the white judogi, Aaron Hildebrand of Germany in blue. Baker picked up a Shido, I assume, and he looked away from the screen for a moment. That was a gripping infringement. I can't imagine that you pick up something for that early. This time it's Hildebrand who picks up the penalty for tucking his head underneath. Let's remember that signal for when I do the refereeing exam next week. Uchigari, and Hildebrand steps off that again. Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece. 3 minutes and 40 odd seconds left to go. He's flirting with danger, is Hildebrand, with that grip. He keeps going over the back, and if it ends up on the same side as the left hand for too long, then he'll pick up another penalty. Baker with the strong grip now, the right hand up and around the collar, and Hildebrand bent over. What if, yeah, he's going to pick up the penalty for that posture. Almost engineered a technique there. No score yet. Hildebrand with the 2 penalties against him gives the advantage to Baker, who comes up with the reworked version of his Morote Seoinage. I think the top was in there, and then the leg. I tried to stick the leg in there for something else afterwards, but we'll give him the top half as Morote Seoinage for Yuko anyway. Busy little fighter. Baker. Hildebrand a little bit taller, searching for a score now. 2 minutes left to go. Again with the Ojigari. Sits him on his backside, and I think that's the right decision from the referee there. See, he sits down here, and that's the end of it. Now here comes the push at the end. So I think that's a good decision from Nuno Cavallo not to give a Yuko there. That was the right thing. Little over a minute and a half left to go. Baker Mashu leading by that single Yuko. Hildebrand not out of it yet because there's still a bit of time, but the Japanese has looked fairly strong, and Hildebrand has picked up 2 penalties as well, so that makes it that little bit tricky for him. Stuck over in that corner. Ojigari, which Baker steps off, so He won't be penalised for stepping out of the area there. He was avoiding the technique. Cavallo brings them back into the centre and then calls the Jimmy with a little over a minute left to go. No, he's going to pick up a penalty there. He just didn't like the grip.
Yes.
He should have. They should have stopped it right there. You know, he broke the thing up. He didn't like the grip. He just collapsed. And I'd have penalised him for that. Sorry.
Ouchie.
But I'm harsh. Baker can't get penalised for this now. They just let Hildebrand off, and he is. He gets it. No, out of Oji Gary. That where he lands on his front.
Yep.
He hasn't been able to control that right arm of Hildebrand on the way down, and that's allowed Hildebrand to turn his body and end up on his front. He's avoided being scored on a couple of occasions. He just gets that hand out. It's the left hand that he gets out, and that allows him to turn onto his front. Last few seconds. And Baker then throws him beautifully with no hands. Just the Koji Gaki, a leg. The right leg goes in, hooks that, and he sort of pushes him with his right shoulder, and there's very little energy left in Hildebrand because it's right at the end of the contest. He can't stand up, and that sort of big chest that Baker Mashu has got just bundles Hildebrand over for Ippon, and it's Baker Mashu who goes into the semi-final. And Burm is back.
Yes.
And Baker Mashu is off. I'll leave you with the sheets, and here is Louisa Malzahn and Hamada Shori. It'll be Malzahn in the white judogi, Hamada in the blue, and here is Annette Burm.
Yes, and this is another quarterfinal in that category under 78.